Okay, welcome back to War Master Podcast. Just looking at what's this day? So we started on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like day five. We didn't achieve much over the weekend, but that was always going to be the case, unfortunately. So this was my original. If I can get in front of the camera, this is my original test of the monolith, which I did on a white undercoat, and then just did the metallics over the top and some black contrast and this technical paint, which I'll show you at some point when I'll have it out for a video, which looks a bit yellow when I put it over this white background. I wasn't overly happy, and then I used some technical paint to do the basing, but I thought it looked a bit dull. So this is the colour scheme I've settled for. So it's quicker, which is good. It looks better. It could do with a coat of varnish, matte varnish, to tone it down because it's a bit shiny. I'll try and do that before the weekend. So what I've done is a Army Painter spray gunmetal, and then there's some of this GW brass, which came in a Necron pack, I think, and then the same contrast black and the same technical luminous greeny stuff. But it looks better, I think, over the gunmetal. And then for the basing, I just did some just like base undercoated them red, and then I got some really cheap play sand from Aldi for a couple of quid for a big bag. It's a bit pink, but I think it looks quite effective. So I did 4 of these fellas, which is slightly more than a unit, and then this is the pylon miniature. Came on its own base. I didn't really like the way this worked, so you could have used this piece as the base, but I didn't like how it finished off. So it's not ideal that I've put it on another base, but I think it looks better than it would have done. So that's where we're at. Not a giant amount of stuff. I have printed some stuff, so that's cool. Not everything you print works, and it takes time and effort to print. So I've got a sun god here, so he's going to be good. I'll get him done. This is my blitz, which is like a portal. That's the only thing that's going to be on the board. We'll see if I actually put stuff in at the beginning of turn one using teleport, or we'll see. We'll see what the lay of the land is. And it's a bit weird because I'm paying points. I'm paying a premium to be able to be off board. So I need to take advantage of that premium and not just deploy everything on board. Else, what's the point in playing Necrons? 6 more, whatever the fuck these things are called, pyramidy things. Really, I'm a monolith. There you go, monolith. I love this ABS. It's not water based. You have to use your IPA to clean it, but I love it. Love it. It's robust. It prints nicely. These are a bit heavy. I could have hollowed them out really, but they came pre-supported, so I couldn't be arsed doing that. A load of destroyers and a couple of heavy destroyers. So this is going to be my MVP unit. So if I do get onto the infantry, this will be the first one I do because this is my MVP. So it's only right that I should do that one first. I did print off this war marquee thingy, and it is a big lump, and I did hollow it out so you can see a couple of holes in there. There's still shit inside it, even though I've cured it and washed it. So it's got some support structure inside it. I shrunk it down to 75% because it was too big compared to the other stuff. So this feels a bit better sizing wise. Unfortunately, I've been using light supports to build my structures, and then just adding a few heavy medium supports where it attaches to the first bit that you print, basically. So the bit that needs most support. So I put some medium supports here because it printed this way, and then the rest of it was light supports. But if you look here, the light supports have failed and it started to pull away. I mean, if you look from the top, it doesn't look bad at all. But if you look from underneath, you can see that the light supports have failed and it's started to kind of warp into itself as it's printing. It's a bit of a shame. If I get time, I might reprint it, although I've had a failed print of bases, so I've got to clean my FEP and drain it and all that shit. So it may not be something I do, because over the weekend I did 2 or 3 prints and cleaned them up, and then the third one failed. So we will see. We will see. Anyway, so tonight I'm going to try and get all this painted up. Not the destroyers, but as much as I can paint it up and based and stuff. And then tomorrow I'm playing my first test game against Gary. and I'll do an update and see how the actual army plays.